go back again, but here I am, just 100 miles to where I'm from. And as the wheels touch down, I'm safe and sound, probably make it in before the dawn. Schenectady. Rolling past the golden blue of the old high school, driving through the early morning mist. We're coming to the hardware store where I worked before, right across the street from my first kiss. This is home. They've been expecting me. Home, coming home, where they respected me, protected me, connected me. Schenectady. Mama's waiting in the drive as we arrive. There's nothing I can do to dry her tears. Dressed up in my uniform on this gray land, I finally made it back, but I'm not here. Home, this is home. They've been expecting me.
Asked me which way I wanted to go. I said that way. Then you said, let's look.
Home, coming home, where they respected me, protected me, respected me. Now I'm gonna rest my bones in this field of stone. I'm gonna settle in, 'cause I've got time. Home at last, beneath the leaves of grass, forever on the far side.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
So here's the deal. Craig Carruthers and I wrote that song. We were in the California Bay Area doing a tour with our friend Steve Chester, another great songwriter who made we were in the process of this tour. We did a few workshops, and we did a workshop my first year. It was just the three of us. Steve was in the middle, Craig was on one side, I was on the other side. And the student said, you know, Steve, every time you write songs that will use the sound, usually you can Birmingham and like a southern thing. Is there a reason you do that? And he said, well, it's just something that sounds good. He said, you wouldn't want to write a song like Schenectady. And then Craig and I looked at each other and went, we didn't say any of this. So you can't really tell the story before you sing the song, because the song is kind of a serious theme, but we didn't know that that's what it's going to be about. So during the break, during that workshop, we went into a room and I had that riff, and we started writing Schenectady, protected me, all that stuff, just for fun. And we wrote a chorus and we presented. We didn't know what it was about. We knew that it was probably a story about, you know, you really can't go home again, but this guy was going to try to go back home again. We didn't. It was going to be one of millions of songs like that, and we thought, well, that's fine, that'll be good. And I don't know, we got home from that tour, and he called me a couple months later, and he said, you know, we might have been onto something with that. Let's get together. So we got together to write, and as we went down every avenue of what the song could possibly be about, you know, we kept thinking, well, this guy, okay, maybe he's gone to war and he's coming home, and things are different because he sees the world differently. And it occurred to us at some point that, wait a minute, maybe he's a ghost. He's telling the story as a corpse, you know. And then when we both got compared our arms, had goosebumps upon them, we knew that that was probably the way to go. At that point, we still didn't have it all worked out. We just knew that that was probably how it was going to take shape, that we weren't going to play our hand throughout the whole song until he says, you know, he drives, they pull into his mother's drive, and then he made it home, but he's not there. We waited as long as we possibly could. We gave him another chorus, and then we thought, well, what do we do at the end? Well, we'll just talk about how he's gonna spend eternity now. Well, Schenectady, we looked up Schenectady, and I forget what tribe it is. It's an upstate New York tribe of Indians that named that they named a town after this word that means, if you can believe it, far side of the pines. So we got goosebumps again. It just, all this stuff just fell into our laps, and then we went ahead and thought, well, that'll be great, because we wanted to use the leaves of grass as a tip to New York, and then we thought, well, that's nice. That's a nice little double layer thing for us. If no one else gets it, if it just means something very mundane, that he's buried under leaves of grass. If it's something bigger than that, that's good too. Then when we fell upon the far side of the pines, we knew we had something really good there. And I think the reason I like writing with Craig, and we talked about this being my co-write experience, is because when I write alone, I'm willing to spend weeks, months, years trying to find all those layers of stuff to put into my songs. I don't expect to get with Sally and co-write, because she's real busy. She's got a big, full schedule. So I want to be able to be on the spot and give her something that we can write together. I don't want to drag her down that 3-year-long trail of writing a song that I do when I'm writing by myself. But the reason I love to write with Craig is he's willing to spend whatever it takes, however much time it takes. And that's why it's one of my favorite co-writes, because of the way it happened, because of the way it was birthed, because it started out as a crafted song, because we were trying to do this thing, the Schenectady trick, and in the process turned into an inspired song. So in the end, I would say, I forget who the quote comes from, but it's you have to sit